hold on, sir. I'm not talking to anyone.
My name is Sonny, Burch, and I'm looking for Scotland.
Okay, what are your superpowers?
I have no powers.
Okay, I see we've kind of downgraded, but...
Sounds like an 8 on the hateful scale, but that's not important right now. That's not what I'm here about. I'm looking for
Scotland. Oh, you mean that Ant-Man? Ant-Man. Oh, I've heard rumors about him. They're not pleasant. I know nothing about him.
Oh, it's very critical to my operation that I find out what Scotland is.
I've been hearing some theories, and I'm not comfortable discussing them.
Look, he's been absent, people are disappearing everywhere, and he's very critical to my operation, so... Truce to him. Now I'm gonna ask you this real quickly. Where's Scotland?
Okay, it all started with a man named Tony Stark, but I'm gonna skip the 4 movies.
Tin Man, Green Giant, Black Spider, years ago a kamikaze soldier, and a Tesseract. Loki, the god of mischief, was all like, I want to overthrow my spoiled brother. His brother Thor had the upper hammer. He tells his father that he's the good son, then dies for the first time. Then he's like, screw it, I'm gonna fake my death multiple times. Tesseract. Loki's like, I'm gonna disassemble the Avengers before they even assemble. And I'm like, hey, that's my job. In 6 years. I like to pace myself. Loki's like, I am a god, and I will not be bullied by... Puny god gets smashed. And the Avengers win. Which inspires me to smile for the camera.
I was played by a black guy, look it up.
I'm sorry, what does this have to do with anything?
I'm getting there. The Avengers are happy to be assembled, but have to disassemble to make mediocre sequels. Except for Captain America. His was good. So they resort to relying on these 5 losers that nobody's heard of, who kill it anyway at both My Loser Apprentice and the box office. You can sell anything these days. Tony Stark is still upset that the Mandarin was like, oh, look at me, I'm a phony, and I caused a lot of damage. So Tony decides to build a weapon of mass destruction for the force of good, which will actually become the weapon of mass destruction. Oh, and Thor had a vision about death or something. This inspires Tony to use the Mind Stone to build another weapon of mass destruction that actually does do good, so he makes the other guy who says, he's coming, go kaput, which inspires me to put on the gauntlet and tease the audience for the next 3 years. Meanwhile, on the side, I still had Mistress Death around to say, why don't you get a real job? I was like, I destroyed half the world for you.
All you do is sit around all day.
I have a job.
All you dream is destroying half the creatures in the universe with your fingers.
And I'm like, I'm a
Universal Population Control Specialist.
And she's like,
You're not gonna pay the bills with that.
And I'm like, it'll supply more resources for that organic market that you spend too much money at.
I'm sorry, well, what does this have to do with anything?
Oh, excuse me, I got a decade worth of material I have to get through.
Sounds like you had this all planned from the beginning, but can you skip ahead about 10 years?
10 years, okay, I'll skip ahead. But you're gonna have to play the whole record.
After loving the tree and the raccoon, they decide to introduce an Ant-Man, a guy who can shrink. The Avengers decide to split over politics, leading to Ant-Man saying, screw this small role, I'm making myself bigger. Scott Lang stealing the spotlight makes Spider-Man and Black Panther jealous, so right after they introduce a wizard, bring back that pesky raccoon, they get their own movies. The Vulture was like, down with the big guy, free the birds. I'm the 99%, and I'm like, it's okay, I only care about the 50%. Hey-oh. Killmonger be like, I'm going to stand for human rights by taking other lives, and this is why he and I are Facebook pals. Thor and Hulk find each other, I find them, so everyone shows up for one last showdown. As if this was going to be their last, except for Hawkeye who's gone rogue, and for Ant-Man who's indisposed. I make up the last 6 years by collecting all the stones in one movie, even picking out Loki for Rio and the Hulk screen time, disposing of my daughter, Vision, costing me everything before I snap, Thor should have gone for the head, Spider-Man didn't feel so good, and...
I'm gonna ask you this one.
Once.
I'm gonna ask you this one final time. Where's Scott Lang?
I told you, he's indisposed, theoretically speaking.
Theoretically speaking, where's Scott Lang?
Literally speaking! Oh, he's in my ass.
Yes! Ah! 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 Ghost lady!
A ghost? You know, nothing phases me at this point.
Where in your ass? Ah!
Oh, hold that thought.
Where in your ass?
That's just some pathetic theories I've been hearing about. Nerds. Couldn't make half of them disappear.
This is what I get for my suffering.
Angry fans.
This is how it all comes down to my suffering. You don't know what it's like. Having to live your whole life, not knowing whether you're going to live or die. My body is unstable on a molecular structure, and the only cure was a form of quantum energy that only Scott Lang can retrieve. He disappeared without a trace. You feel like your life is not coming together, and your whole body is collapsing. To know that every second of the day could be your last. It starts to be tolerable at first, but over time, it hurts. I hurt every second of the day. I know that I am going to disappear, and this was my only hope. He has the access to the only thing I know can keep me alive, and you can't give that to me anyway. It is the only way that I can live. It is the only way that I can live. And you can't offer that to me. You thought I was just another one-dimensional power-crazed villain, didn't you? But we're not all the same. You probably wouldn't even know that I'm female. And FYI, I'm female under this. And don't think it's delicate just because I'm a female. Because nobody really deserves this kind of pain. Knowing that my life can be easily broken like a thread, what other choice do I have than to become evil and a thief? It's the only way I can survive. And if science can't expand to that, then any measures I take will be the right choice.
Why do I have to have a soft spot for dead women?
Let's get a little sympathy out of you, didn't I?
Wait, so just to clarify, are you a bad guy?
I'm not a bad guy. Bad guy? No. Well, the thing about that is...
Hello. What the? Ugh. Ugh. Not easy being a woman. Oh boy, here we go again. Yeah, gotcha, didn't I?
Oh, shoot, never mind.
Shapeshifters. Is anything gonna go the way I expect? Okay, I was